Man, I try to put on a serious ass face. I had to man, start thinking about stuff. Start busting out laughing. Or in my case, my freaking eyebrows. Nothing like another good old little crazy dog after dark live stream to get us ready for bed, right? Yeah, big weekend ahead, guys. But what's going on, everybody? Crazy dog back with a very special Crazy Dog After Dark live stream. Not going to be live too long here, probably until the top of the hour. But man, got a big weekend ahead in the MLB. Now, I mean, it's a big weekend for a couple teams. Not mine. Not my team. My team's got everything locked up tight. We're ready to go. It's just about getting to the damn playoffs healthy, right? We got our playoff spot secured. We got our division title secured. Ohio Cup secured. I guess dominance in the state of Ohio secured. You know, we got our first round bye secured. Yeah. All we got to do is just get through this series against Houston, who also has their division secured. So they got nothing to play for. I don't know if we're going to see any troll lineups, but I don't really give a crap about what happens in this series because we got our spot locked up. Yep, we locked in a first round bye, and we will see you guys in the ALDS. Now, who does have something to play for? Well, Detroit. I cannot believe I just said that. But yeah, Detroit. Remember at the end of July, they traded Jack Flaherty, right? I bet you Tigers fans never expected that they'd be in this position after what they've went through. There was a spell this year where they only had like two pitchers at all that you could go at least a few innings. That's of course Tarek Skubal and Kaiser Montero. Other than those two, they were running out bullpen games or Kenta Maeda or maybe Reese Olson. But yet here they are. They're in a good spot for a playoff spot. They have the White Sox coming up starting tomorrow or today. And of course, since the White Sox want to be super sweaty tryhards, because Grady Sizemore, right? He's not going to make it easy for Detroit. He's pitching Garrett Crochet, technically today, in that first game of the series. Now Kansas City, they gotta face Atlanta. And Detroit and Kansas City are tied. Ooh, I'm gonna look up their schedules. I want to see these pitching matchups. Man, these guys are gonna be freaking scoreboard watching. What's up, Stacy? The chances of us beating the Raiders this Sunday are the same chance I have at getting a ring. Wow, okay. We need to play Kansas City in the playoffs. Well, I believe they would need to get, well, first they need to get a playoff spot. And then they would have to beat Houston. Yeah, that's most likely, I think, who we're going to be facing. Awesome. Tigers fans are cursed. Patrick Mahomes didn't even want to play for those bums. That's right. He played baseball. That's right. Well, he knew he'd be getting a large amount of money regardless. He just wants to go out there and throw passes behind his head and stuff. Yeah. So in the American League, there are only really 3 teams still fighting for a playoff spot. And of course, they're all in the AL Central because why not? Detroit, Kansas City, and Minnesota. Now, I know there's a few Minnesota fans who frequent my chat. Shout out to Scott and I think Fred. I'm pretty sure Fred is a Minnesota fan. I'm like 99.9999% sure he's a Minnesota fan. But yeah, they're not looking good. They lost tonight in 13 innings to the Miami freaking Marlins. They let Darren McGuckin, the guy I called the Make-A-Wish kid, Make-A-Wish dude, because it seemed like that was like a favor. Like, hey, we're gonna, we're so desperate, we're just gonna, have a contest to see who wants to pitch for us. Haven't heard a word from that dude since, and he went to Miami, and yeah, he still stinks. And the Twins couldn't score off of him. Really, they only had one run, and that was the guy that was on second base in extras. Whoop de doo. So Minnesota has to face Baltimore. Lovely. So here's the matchups starting tomorrow. Okay, so they haven't decided who's pitching for Detroit, but it will be Garrett Crochet for the White Sox. That's at 6:40. At around the same time, about an hour later, Brady Singer faces Max Fried. Ooh. I'm gonna need Max Fried to cook. I need them to cook. Right? Although, knowing the tryhards in Kansas City, they're gonna beat the crap out of him. So who knows what'll happen there. God, tickets are as low as $7 to go to Atlanta. My God. And then Cade Povich versus Pablo Lopez. Minnesota versus Baltimore. Wow. Okay. That'll be interesting. Yep. And then, of course, for the Guardians, it'll be Ronel Blanco versus Joey Cantillo. Not like it matters. Because I don't care. We could literally get swept, and I do not give a crap. Just stay healthy through this series, please. I beg of you, please stay healthy. We have nothing to play for. It is what it is. If the Yankees would have lost tonight, which they didn't, we would have had a chance at the number one seed. So that's not going to happen because they have the tiebreaker over us. Well, so yeah, those are really the only games I'll be watching. I'll be keeping an eye on tomorrow. Now, of course, if the Guardians had something to play for, I would be streaming this game tomorrow. But we don't. So I'm just going to be watching. And then, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, we got the Browns and the Buckeyes. So obviously, I'm not streaming those games. But I'll be keeping an eye on Cleveland and Houston. I just want to see what happens there. I'll be watching a little bit. But I'm going to be really watching that Detroit game. That's at 6:40. And I doubt that game's on national TV. Because again, Detroit can clinch a playoff spot tomorrow. I really wish they were gonna put a good player on the mound. Oh, we got Reds, Cubs. Ew. Ass. Oh yeah, Astros, Guardians. Who cares? Okay. God. Reds. Ah. Yeah, big dogs of Ohio. I guess I can't believe that freaking dude really came out here and said that. He said it with his chest too. He's like, the Reds are the best team in Ohio. They're the big dogs. Clearly didn't do his research when he said that. Because the thing with that dude who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. He lets his hatred for a certain troll in the Guardians fan base take over his judgment, and he says stuff that ain't true. Oh yeah, because the Reds are the big dogs of Ohio. Is that why we've literally owned the Ohio Cup for 10 years? And if said dude wants to get in a debate about success between the two teams, let's just start off with this, right? Take a look at my thumbnail. What do you see? You see a picture of the Guardians posing for a playoff berth picture, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good stuff. It's awesome. Yep, pretty good stuff. Now, I don't know if I still have the pick. I do not. Damn it, I thought I did. I thought I would have saved the pick of the team photo from the game series in St. Louis, but I don't think I saved it. Darn it, man. I thought I did. Well, I do. I don't. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. Let me just say this, guys. All right. This is the ultimate flex for a certain somebody, right? You know, who wants to come out here and talk ish to me, right? They want to talk ish about my team, about how good we are and everything, right? Well, let me educate you real quick, okay, fam? All right. You see this pick behind me? What does it say on the scoreboard out there in St. Louis? Right? What does that say on the scoreboard? AL Central champions. Congratulations, Cleveland. Can't see. My eyes are kind of bleh. I believe that says AL Central champions, right? And I'll be honest, guys. This is a dope ass team, you know. Like I'm pretty sure these guys were still a little tipsy from clinching the playoff spot just like 2 days prior. Because remember, they walked off the Twins to clinch a playoff spot. They popped bottles, you know. They popped bottles in their clubhouse. They probably partied on the plane, slept it off, went to St. Louis. They clinched their division before they really even started playing in the second game of the series. So guess what? More popping bottles! Yeah! And then they had their hangover game the next night. Unless you've seen your team pop bottles. By the way, the last time the Reds won their division was like 2013, 2012, I think, around there. Let me look. Just want to fact check myself here. And yes, I'm just going to keep shoving dude's face in it too. I'm going to keep rubbing his face in it. I'm going to be so damn petty now. Just imagine if we win the pennant, because this team can definitely do it. You know, just avoid the bullpen meltdown, and hopefully our lineup stays hot. And the Dodgers just won the NL West. So with that, I believe all divisions have now been secured. Yep. All divisions have now been secured. And that just leaves 3 teams in each league who still need to punch their ticket. Well, 2 teams actually. Yeah, 2 teams. But you might as well say Tigers and Royals, they're probably going to clinch. And then Mets, they actually have 5 games left, technically. 3 against the Brewers. And then the day before they got to start playoff baseball, possibly, they got to face the Braves. So no matter what, it's a doubleheader on the same day, on Monday. One of those teams is going to have to pack up their stuff, and depending on what the Diamondbacks do against San Diego, they're either going to head back home or stay where they are. Because on the 20 and the 30, let me see here. Let me go to the Monday here. I gotta see if is it in? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's in Atlanta. So there's a possibility Atlanta doesn't even have to go anywhere. These two might even see each other again. Bro, could you just imagine if, let's say, the Mets and the Braves, right? Let's say they split or something. Let's say they both end up in the wild card. But wait a minute, that's right. They don't play each other. The Mets The loser, no, the winner of that game, if they both were to make it, they're both heading on a plane. No matter what. One's going to San Diego. The other one is going to Milwaukee. Oh boy. That's right. Yeah. Yep. One will be traveling to face off against San Diego on the road at Petco, and the other one's going to Milwaukee for a best of three. 3 straight days. Boom, boom, boom. So we'll see how that goes. Man, imagine that though. Going right on that Monday. Whoever wins. Because again, the Diamondbacks might, they might clinch their spot soon. But man, the time is running out. This is going to be fun. So Milwaukee and Houston have both clinched their spot for Tuesday. We do not have any times yet, obviously. So I don't know what games I'll be doing. I'll probably do like a prediction video and I will do my own little dang. Ducks House 2.0, streaming the Ducks and Buckeyes game, even though it's going to be on Peacock. Yep. Yo. Played Kansas City in the playoffs. What do you think someone who calls you an asshole after spending 25 days for free in your apartment? What the hell, Paulie? Freeloader. That's a freeloader. Taking advantage of your generosity. You hope the Guardians beat the crap out of the Astros? I would love to see us take 2 out of 3, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Depends on how serious we want to take things. So, by the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about, when I'm talking about the Reds, I'm talking about Dashy. The only Reds fan I know that's actually a douchebag on here, low-key. At least, I know Ohio Game Talks just recently discovered him on here. He's actually pretty cool. I hate a couple of his team's guts. But I mean, he is a Cavs fan and a Buckeye fan, I think. So, yeah, that's cool. He just roots for the wrong football and baseball team. That's all. Oh well, not gonna hold it against him. He's used to, his teams mostly, well, besides Ohio State, sucking ass, and the Cavs too. Hey, at least he's seen a championship with the Cavs though. Can't hate on that. But other than the Cavs and the Buckeyes, his teams are absolute ass. Like, I can't imagine talking trash about the Guardians. Oh, the Guardians are chokers. But you know what, though? The Guardians have finished, I believe, third in their division, I think, just 3 times. It was a stretch from 2015 to 2018, which is a span of 4 seasons. The Reds were in 5th place in their freaking division with the Pirates. They finished 4th in 2019. They made their little expanded playoff appearance. Lost 2-0 to the Braves. That's really where the Braves really started their run. Right around that time. And then 2021, back to the basement. 3rd, 4th, and they just fired David Bell. Oh, but the Guardians fired Terry Francona, didn't they? No, he retired. I mean, after all, he was with us for how long? From 2013 to last year? 11 seasons, pretty much. Pretty impressive. And we only had, 2 or so losing seasons with him? Right? That dude turned this team into a serious threat in the AL. Right? Other teams look at us and go, oh my God, it's the Guardians or the Indians at the time. It's like, damn. The rotation of domination was a force to be reckoned with when healthy. I still believe in 2016, if Carrasco and Salazar were healthy, and if we had Michael Brantley, we win the World Series that year. Because, of course, typical luck, those guys are hurt, and we rely on Corey Kluber 3 games in the World Series. We didn't even bother using Ryan Merritt, who won us the pennant, mind you. I would have done what teams do now. You have Ryan Merritt go out there. You have him go a couple innings, 3 or 4, maybe 5 around there, or in Tito's case, when you get the lead, right? You have him go out there, maybe 3 or so innings, get things going, and then you get the lead, and then you just start bringing out your arms. You probably go Andrew Miller for 2 or 3 innings, and then you bring out maybe Corey Kluber or something for like an inning or two, and then you just start throwing all your arms out there in Game 7. And hopefully you have Cody Allen go out there, and who knows what happens with that. But it just makes me laugh how a freaking dude whose team hasn't done crap mostly this decade wants to talk ish about my team because, again, my team's own his. He's lucky I'm even talking about his team. Well, I hope Bieber keeps pitching. His repertoire is getting big. It's a big ass word, repertoire. Ever since he lost his speed, he has been on the edge of tomorrow. What the heck, Paulie? Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. Sup, Paramjot? I'm just scrolling through Twitter too right now. What the heck is this? Oh, dude's house flooded. Oh, that's tough. Man, I'm really feel bad for all those people in Florida right now. Damn. House in Venetian Isles, St. Petersburg. I can only imagine what Tropicana Field looks like. The heck? Wow. So a freaking radar image, I guess, of a private jet flew above the hurricane. Because you could do that. It's like, damn. Okay. Detroit's magic number is 1. All they got to do is win tomorrow against Garrett Crochet, and they get a playoff spot. That's it. Nothing else. Sounds simple. Until you realize you're facing Garrett Crochet in the final start of his season. So if you're Garrett, you're just going to empty the tank. So also, you're trying to avoid a franchise record loss. Yeah. Because for some reason they decided to start winning games now against Los Angeles. The Angels, because the Angels are trash. On the bright side, though, the Angels did set a franchise record for losses, so there's that. But I'm sure Detroit will win one of these games, and they're going to somehow, some way, get in that playoffs, which is crazy considering where they were just let's see where they were on deadline day, mind you. Let's take a look. July 30th. Where were they at? They were not even in the running. My God. It's crazy. Seattle was leading the division for most of the year in the AL West. Then all of a sudden, the Astros got healthy and they took off. Wow. The Tigers on deadline day were 5 games under at 52 and 57. On August 30th, about a month ago, they were 68 and 68. 6 games back. So in the span of about a month, they have went from 68 and 68, 6 games out of the wild card, to a playoff spot. They're 85 and 74. This team, in the last month, they were 68 and 68. They've lost 6 games. Talk about a torrid pace. Now, again, just like in the NL, unlike, of course, they don't have to deal with that extra 2 games because the hurricane. That's why the 2 games were postponed, because of the hurricane weather coming through Georgia. So Detroit has the White Sox. Kansas City has Atlanta. All they need to do is win one game, and they're both in. Minnesota has Baltimore. I remember Twins fans were chirping at us Guardians fans the last couple months, talking about how, well, actually all season, they were talking about how they were going to win the division, how we're frauds, and, we're going to fall off. In fact, I remember seeing a video clip of Royce Lewis saying that our downfall is coming. Damn. Someone from the Guardians team must have heard that and hit him with that Uno reverse card. Because their downfall has just been crazy. My God, they have fallen on their face. Let's see how bad they've been. And it's funny too, because right as they started to suck booty cheeks, the Tigers got hot. Isn't that crazy? Where were they on deadline day? Remember, on deadline day, they made one singular move for a reliever who I don't even think is on the team anymore. Wow. On July 30th, where were they at? They were 58 and 48. August 30th, 73 and 61. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And ever since the month turned to September, they forgot how to play baseball. I mean, if you really think about it, they kind of forgot how to play baseball ever since the second half started. Although they floundered a little bit, then they got going again. But they've been so up and down. But lately, not fun. Not fun at all. Since let's say since the Vikings started, which was on Sunday, September 8th. They have won 3, 4, 5, 6 games since football started. Oh, man. Did the Vikings literally take the Twins' good energy? I swear, I think they did. I believe they did. That's tough if that's the case. But I'm just leaving this up here just as a reminder for the people, man. But I'm going to take this down. I don't want to trigger anybody. You know what I'm saying? Have Bozo make a video about me again. Not like it'd be the last time. Or it won't be the last time. Or it isn't the first time. I'm just stating facts, though. His team hasn't beaten mine in 10 years. And once again, they are in the basement. They're near the basement. They would have been in the basement if the Pirates were a serious baseball team, which they clearly aren't. They're trying to be, but they just can't get out of their own way. You hate to see it. You hate to see that. I want the Pirates to be good. Because it'd be fun. Right? It'd be cool to see the Pirates actually contend. But no. No. Because their management stinks. Front office stinks. Manager stinks. Roster-wise, they don't necessarily stink. They're just bad. They have good pieces, though. I actually forgot they had a catcher that got hurt way earlier in the season, too. So maybe they'll improve next year. Full season of Skeens and Jared Jones. Maybe they sign a couple, placeholders like they always do to hold it down until the trade deadline, and then they'll trade them away for more pieces or something. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. They actually bought this year, which shocked everybody. But yeah. Gonna be an interesting final week here. So really, that's I think all I got. So again, the schedule for this weekend, in case you need to know, the schedule for this weekend, obviously tomorrow, I'll post my Ohio State Sparty game preview video on the Buckeye channel, Bucking Crazy. Go subscribe if you haven't already. It's Buck, B-U-C-K, letter N, crazy, like crazy dog. Yeah, because I'm bucking crazy. Got a problem with that. And I'll be live on Saturday night for Ohio State Sparty. That game's on Peacock, but I'll be here streaming it. Because, that's what I do. Because I know a lot of people probably don't have Peacock. I streamed last year's game on Peacock against Purdue, where we blew their doors off. Be cool to see us do that again here, but. And then Sunday I'll be live again for Browns and Raiders. All right, so yeah, just a quick refresh because my thing has been lagging a bit. I'm going to get rid of these other windows here, maybe free up some bandwidth. But yeah, tomorrow, Buckeyes Spartans game preview on the Buckeye channel. And then Buckeyes Spartans stream back here on Saturday night. Sunday afternoon at 4:25-ish. Probably be live about 4:05, right around there. 4:10 for Browns and Raiders in Vegas. So, do I think we can make the World Series? Yeah, like I said, as long as we don't have a bullpen implosion and our lineup stays hot, we can definitely make it if our pitching holds together, like like it has been. But see what happens. I'm gonna take it one game at a time, though. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I will see you all on Saturday for Buckeyes Spartans right back here on Saturday night, 7:30. Hopefully the Buckeyes take care of business and we get ready for Iowa. That'll be a good one. 3:30 back in the shoe. And then we got Oregon. Yay. Then we got a bye week. And then it's on to the final stretch. All right. So I will see you all Saturday night then. Unless something happens like the Browns